Yeah, so in the videos I've made recently, many of them were arguing with what is like the more widespread spread uh, um, beliefs among thinkers in the area of consciousness and physics and stuff like that. I've tried to justify my position, and the fact I had to do that suggested my ideas were new. And perhaps they are new. And if they are new, then I'm the only one that thought about them and they turn out to be true, then yay for me. But there's a problem here. What if that's not the case? What if other people have realized them? And what if important navigators of the scientific establishment realized them and didn't explore them? So this to me seems more reasonable, because I don't see how the things I'm raising are, the ideas I'm raising are so hard to second. And this isn't my full-time job, right? I'm doing other stuff. Like, I have a job that has nothing to do with this. I make music. I haven't invested my life into this specific thing, and other people have, and so probably I've stumbled across it. And the consequences of that being the case, that people already realized it, and you don't know about it because they chose not to let people, like other people, make these ideas like more common, are pretty grave when it comes to science. So you probably already know about the double slit experiment. You know about the superposition. You know about the fact that the observer effect, the fact that the act of measurement, the decision to make a measurement, in one way or another, changes a physical reality outside of what the laws of nature should allow. That includes also time travel. I've a kind of time travel when the measurement is done in a delay. I've made videos about that. Now, the common interpretation of this in science is that it simply cannot be that it's really experience or intentionality that does it, but it's actually just a misunderstanding of what's going on. But the problem is that they haven't proven that. They just said it, and they were trying to, just scientists and theoretical physicists, and I've been trying to find an explanation for this stuff for, well, I don't know, it's been like somewhere in the at the end of the first quarter of the 20th century that this was raised between Niels Bohr and Albert Einstein, and we are like 100 years in. There wasn't any compelling explanation that is like completely invalidates the idea that it is intentionality. So it's basically a wager. They put a wager that it's gonna be solved in some other way. But think about what's on the other side of the wager. What's on the other side of the wager is that intentionality does change reality, and then they have to start. We have to start auditing everything, all the intentions that are involved in the scientific project. And you get into when you go deeper into that option, you get into a reality where it is the intent. You have to also consider the intention to not assume that it is intention that is changing reality to have a consequence. If the intention changes reality and you have the intention of not letting intention change reality, then you're going to change reality to be one where intentions don't matter. And this is I guess an ethical problem in science, if that's true, because think about it this way. Scientists, think about them like detectives, and they stumble across a conspiracy that is even their own bosses, like the captains, are involved. Everyone is involved, and instead of trying to expose the truth, to as that is what their role is, and establish justice and all that, they decide to join in on the conspiracy, and so that they could persuade the masses that they actually are pursuing justice by using the conspirators to silence the let's say the media. Or this is the state of science, basically. It took if it knew what it was doing, it basically used this corruption, this ability of experience to change the physical reality, and when done in mass, can actually change the masses, change the publicly accepted shared reality, and they did it all while trying to claim objectivity, if they knew what they were doing. Of course, I'm not saying that they did. And then if you understand the principles of the theory, you know that experience is eternal, and I've made videos about that. And if you then establish make claims about why science is worthy, based on the idea that experience isn't fundamental, and that you're gonna extend lives at the expense of experiential concerns, such as how it feels to be alive. Is it worth it? Well, it's the same thing. You're trying to get to glory, some kind of glory on while you know it's fake. And if you're gonna promote science as some kind of a way to express individuality, while you know that the way successful science can work, the only way it can work, because you understand the principles of this theory, is through consensus, meaning through the elimination of your individuality. And you're gonna send people, the best of minds, to not explore their full potential, because you're gonna have to to persuade them to cohere with a mass, just so that their science could yield any profit. And you're gonna make a lot of people frustrated. And it goes on and on. Like there's this complacency of science. If it knew about this theory and it didn't act on it, and it doesn't seem like it didn't audit the whole scientific method, whole scientific establishment, the whole scientific project, to account for the primacy, for the fundamentality of experience, then we're looking at a very dirty, or at least a very nefarious business that is we know as, well, science.